Thursday, May 5th, here in Vermont. I didn't get to hunt yesterday. I had prior engagements I had to do, so it rained all day, so it wasn't a bad thing necessarily. I'm back in the same area I shot the bird on Tuesday. I'm gonna hit this ridge. I'm gonna hit a little bit different. Last time I kind of cut the middle of it. I'm gonna get up on the very top because those birds last time I roosted up high and they went over the back side after the fly down. So this morning I'm gonna get up on the very top and I'm gonna see if I can get up there with them the way they went last time. If they work down towards the fields, then I'll go down after them. But hopefully get myself in a good position that maybe we can fill our last tag here and start getting out more with other people. So I'm about halfway to that ridge right up here in front of me. I just got to get down through this flat up on the top, and I've been moving right along trying to get over here because I didn't hear any of the birds this morning in this area. So get to that top and then we'll slow it down and we'll see if we can find that bird. We'll give it some time. We'll work it over a little bit. I'm sure there's more over in here somewhere. And if we don't get into any, then we'll pack it up. We'll get out of here and we'll hit some other areas. First time this year that I haven't been on a bird right off the roost. So it's kind of nice. You can actually get after him and chase him a little bit. I'm a running gunner, so this is kind of my style. I mean, it's nice to be on him right off the roost and get some shots, but it can end your day fairly quick. So anyways, we'll get over there and we'll see what happens. We'll see what we can do with this bird. So I'm at the base of the ridge now. That bird was gobbling on the backside. As soon as I get to the edge, right where it starts to flatten up and starts to go uphill, I started running the turkey sign. So I'm just going to go over this next top over here and I'm going to start doing some calling and see what happens. On the back side of the ridge, kind of on the edge of it here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work about 2/3 of the way up the ridge and work along this ridge. I don't want to drop down below because if the birds are up high, of course, you're putting yourself in a situation where they're looking down on you. But I also want to be up where I can hear out better too. Higher you are, the more you can hear out there. So you have better visibility. So anyways, we're just going to start working this ridge down. And that bird was right over here somewhere. So we'll start working it. We'll see what happens. So it's about 7. We worked that bird we heard on the roost for about an hour. We got over here and found him. He was gobbling on his own once in a while, so we were able to get a setup on him. But he doesn't answer anything, and he held his ground, gobbled about every 10 minutes on his own, which is fine. I don't mind working a bird like that. But then he slowly started working away down over the hill, and last time I heard him, he was getting kind of far away. So there's no point of wasting our time with him. We'll go see if we can find one that maybe is a little more lonely, looking for some company. So anyways, we're gonna get out of here and we'll head out to another spot and see what we can do. So I'm up on the top of this ridge top now. I've hiked in probably a mile and a half from the farm I was on this morning. I went back there and there was a long-bearded hen out in the field, but he wasn't talking at all. They just stayed out there, so I just went around him, cut all the way across, and I'm up on this ridge now, and I'm gonna work the top of this right along this. It kind of parallels the road. The road's way down over, but we see birds on both sides, so I just thought I'd try that. And I'm up high, I can hear out a long ways and see if I can locate anything. See what happens. Well, I'm way up on this ridge. I can hear a long way if one answers me, and I'm not hearing anything. So nice little spot right here. I think I'm gonna sit down and have a snack and kind of just take it all in for a few minutes, and then I'll start working back the other way. So I'm sitting here on this hillside. I can see a long ways, a bunch of fields I can see down through. I'm looking at a big longbeard in this bottom field down here. Not answering. He's looking. I started using my power crystal a little bit, and I look down there, I see a bird. So I think he's just not talking this afternoon, which is okay. That happens. I know there's a bird here, so maybe I'll mosey on down and see if I can get closer in a little bit. But right now, I'm just kind of enjoying the view and getting some water and a little snack. So we'll give it a few minutes and see what he does, and maybe we'll go down there and get after him a little bit. Good a plan as any, I guess. I just barely heard my first gobble. Same area that one was gobbling yesterday morning. Just one gobble. Owls have been going crazy up here this morning, so if there was any closer, I'd have been hearing them by now. But I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, see if anything else cranks up. Maybe they're just getting started late this morning. If not, go over that other ridge and see if I can find that bird. Beautiful sunrise, though. get over on this ridge where that bird was gobbling this morning. He was pretty much the same spot the one was yesterday morning. And that bird hung right on the side hill, so I figured that they wouldn't go anywhere. So I got over here, and yesterday I did some call, and I tried to, get in on him, and he never really was that interested in me, and he didn't take off, but he just kind of held his ground, and then it slowly worked down and worked off down across the bottom of the ridge. Today I came in from the top, and I kind of set up high, because those two gobbles, and he didn't do anything else. So I just decided I didn't want to do much calling. So I got to the top, and I got set up, and I did some scratching the leaves, and did a couple of fly downs, and that was all I did. I just waited, and then I kind of slowly started moving in. I got to this other point where I could see down to the bottom, because yesterday that bird went down, and he kind of circled and came back towards me, but low, and worked the bottom of the ridge and disappeared. So I got down there, and I was waiting, just kind of seeing what I could see. I didn't really want to do any calling, really. I just wanted to kind of see what this bird would get going on his own again. I could hear some stuff walking, and it ended up being 3 deer. They're way down. I watched them go through. But about the time I heard them coming through, I heard a turkey like, burr, 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 and that's all I heard. I'm like, all right. So I just kind of waited, didn't make any calls, and I just waited. And after the deer went through, it was about 4 or 5 minutes. I looked down, and I could see turkey, so I put the binoculars on. It was a hen. Ended up being a hen and 2 jakes that moved down through. Kind of did what they did yesterday, but they were right on the bottom, and they kind of moved off, and it's too open in here to make a move on them, so I didn't even bother. But at least I got on them. I got to see him today, so it was a fun hunt. Other than a couple of yelps and a fly down, I didn't do any calling, and they didn't spook them off the ridge, and they just kind of moving around doing their thing, but they're just not talking. I mean, this place up here 2 weeks ago was loaded with birds everywhere, and I've heard that 2 gobbles this morning. So it's just one of those times of year where they're going to get quiet, so we're just going to have to work hard and cover a lot of ground, and we'll find one that eventually will want to play the game.